हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ Hare Krishna, Govinda, Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Om Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Hare Murari Uhina Narayana Vasudeva Oh He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh He Nath Narayana Narayana Vasudeva Narayana Vasudeva Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh, hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh, Tri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Nath Narayana Vasudeva Go Hare Hey Nath Oh Tri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh, Tri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh, Tri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Hare Hey Nath Oh, Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Oh, Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Nath Narayana Vasudeva Go Hare He Nath Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's enter into silence. Give attention to the mental space. It's the most powerful space. The ego is there, the looker, the seer. Detach from thoughts as much as you can. The space becomes clearer. And center in the silence. Rather, tune into the silence. The silence is already there. Tune into it. Let the heart be silent. The mind be silent. The body be silent. The observer be silent. Take a moment to observe the lovingness of the heart. And just allow yourself to be loving. Allow yourself. Love is your very nature. Harmony. Avenue joy. Just allow it to express in and through you. Such that every cell resonates with love. Cells are living beings. Bathe them in your love. That you can feel this joyous tingle throughout the body. And stay with the breathing. That you can bring balance to your energies at all levels. Mental level, the listening level, emotional level, vital core level, sacral and root, physical. Be gentle with the breath. And give attention to the entire spinal column. It has a central channel along which the evolutionary energy flows. Give attention to that column. And each time you breathe out, think of the prana energizing every level of being. Breathing in, you're tapping into the source. Breathing out, you are spreading the pranic energy throughout your being. And then search, observe for the presence of the evolutionary energy of Kundalini within you. She's there. And learn to work intuitively with her. And her beautiful and divine presence, a motherly presence. She'll guide you lovingly through every step. Now I enter the silence with you as we go deep into the practice. Slowly bring your attention back to the physical body. And to the consciousness of the elements of nature around you. Joyously do so, peacefully do so, lovingly do so. You have an earth body that is nourished by the elements of nature. Appreciate it. Bring more oxygen into your brain, and to your nervous system. And do so gently, intuitively, working with the body. No force. And then we vocalize the Om sound as we tune into its vibrations, as it vibrates throughout the body. So let's use our vocal cords to do that. But we breathe out first through the mouth and in through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Welcome everyone to Countdown. 3 more days to our first day and 2 more days to our opening satsang. Just a reminder to you that you carry a body. It's a gift. And if only you can not think that you're the body, if you can open up your awareness to the possibility that you're not your body and can feel your soul being as separate from the body, it's an amazing experience. It allows you to work with the body so much better. The body is simply a fleshy covering. It's a physical entity. It has a lifespan, a timeline. It's only going to last for so long, but your soul lasts eternity. Your body just lasts for a lifetime. And you can see it every day as you look in the mirror. You can see it every day. It ages in you. And you can even feel it when the body is not feeling so well. Is it that you are not feeling well? No. It's simply the body. How foolish it is to think that you are not feeling well when the body is not feeling well. Because your soul is pristine, intact, untouched by the body. In your perception, in your awareness, well, ignorance, lack of true awareness. You think you are the body, so, oh, I'm so sick. Not at all. You're not sick, your body may be sick. And then it's time for taking care of the body, nursing the body back. So a caregiver or a nurse has to have their senses, no? Be wise, otherwise they'll get caught up in the person they're taking care of. Now, maintain your non-body consciousness. And that's why we learn to meditate, to separate the physical consciousness from our soul or immortal consciousness. The timeline of our soul is infinite. We can live in the soul as long as we want to. In the body now, we are governed by a timeline. And the influences in the body are much. Genetic influences, environment influences, planetary influences. So these influences on the body, together with its primal instinct, reproductive instinct, territorial instinct, power instinct, pleasure instinct. So if you get caught up in the body's instincts, you're in real trouble. Because you behave no different to the animals around you. So we have an animal body, granted, but we have a soul. And there's a spiritual impulse within us, and I've been telling you, we are programmed to evolve in consciousness. So a true seeker will align to that evolutionary drive. And that brings us to this 40 days, which is about the practice. What I'm telling you is not new. I've told you this so many times. But the practice is what is important. In 2022, we have focused on the practice. That's why I'm looking forward to this 40 days, because I can sit with you in practice, and that excites me. My morning meditation is a preparation for my day. Coming out of sleep, where my soul is absorbed in itself, I have to revive the body, I have to prepare the body for the day, I have to ensure it's well tuned so I can make music in the day. So it becomes a well-tuned instrument for me to play my music in and through it. When you're coming out of meditation, I see some of you, you don't want to breathe. You don't want to chant on the Om. But it's so beautiful to chant the Om. And of course, you have to take a deep breath, right? Shh. That is for the brain. And in the breathing, you need to be gentle with your body. Don't begin with a strong breath. No, you're going to shock the body. You begin slowly. You do it gently with the body. You do it with with observing the body and how it wants to breathe, the body's instinct. But what I wanted to say to you today is this. I spoke to you about discipline, which is important in preparation for the 40 days. I spoke to you about a strong desire. The desire helps you to accomplish what you need to, that it produces a vision, and you stay with a vision. Today, you are gifted with the most important navigation tool in the journey. Intellect. It distinguishes us from the other animals in nature. We have made the most changes to the world because of the intellect. We have so many libraries because of the intellect. We have so many universities because of the intellect. You see no animals with a university, with a library. We are gifted with intelligence, logic, reasoning. And more recently, we have been learning about emotional intelligence. And now we are also learning about multiple intelligences. But the primary tool of intelligence is the intellect. So when you're operating in low consciousness, the intellect doesn't have the capacity like humanoid, the human species in the early days. Their tools were spears, barbaric tools, basic tools, because they didn't have the intellectual capacity that we have now. We have evolved over time. The shape of the brain has evolved over time. The early humanoids, their brain shape was different, and their brain capacity, so they couldn't even produce the tools. So we are gifted with a really beautiful upper brain that can make us more and more aware if we use this tool of intelligence intelligently, wisely. And for that, like in all things, we need a good guide. In universities, we have the professors. In life, we have the teachers, and the schools, and in the workplace, we have those who will guide us and teach us, and we become apprentices. So too, we need those of high intelligence to help us to develop the intellectual tool. So we need more and more consciousness. We need the practice. We need the practices that will help us to get more and more consciousness. And I absolutely love the Gayatri Mantra, because that's what it prays for. Dhiyo yona prachurayat. It ends with that. And it says, illumine my intellect, O divine light, O transcendent light, Om Purvosva, Tat Savitur. Tat Savitur Varenyam. That means the transcendent. That. Savitur means like the sun. Varenyam means worshipable. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bhargo, sin cleansing. Devasya, godlike, divine. Dhimahi. We meditate. Just as we meditate on that transcendent light in our inner space, let it illumine. Dhiyo yona prachurayat. Let it illumine my intellect. And the Bible. Of course, I love the Bible as well. Wisdom is the greatest thing, it says. Therefore, seek wisdom. And with all thy getting, I love this, get understanding. Begin to learn and know things, get understanding, and then use it wisely. And then in the prayer of Jesus, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Let your will be driven by divine will. Don't get caught in the doer. In low consciousness, we think we are the doer. In higher consciousness, we become aware that we are not a doer. The ego is not a doer, the ego is an instrument. So what is it that uses intellect? It's the ego. So we need to move the ego from lower consciousness to higher consciousness, that it can use the intellect better. So it's not only the teachers you need, student needs to open up their minds to learn. So in the 40 days, the teacher, the guides are also important. The books, the reasoning is highly important. So the practice of reasoning. It's called Vivek. You pray for it every morning, Vivek and Vairagya. So we need to have a discriminating intellect, operating in the light, operating in higher consciousness. So every time you sit to meditate, you should strive for more consciousness. Opening up the mind and trying to move away from the doer in the meditation to being the instrument and to looking for that power inside of you of higher intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and be guided by that. That is what is important. So meditation becomes highly energizing and interesting and exciting when you learn how to recognize the true doer inside the divine, that divine power, and to align to it and let it manifest in and through you. Let it drive you. Thy will be done on earth. Let its will be done on earth. And that's why we have mantras like Shivoham and Soham. It means I unite myself with the divine and I in a oneness, in rapport, not in separation, not in disconnection, not in conflict, but in rapport. So in every moment you should try to be discriminatingly aware, intelligently aware, that you are not taken up in distractions, you're not carried away by emotions, you're not carried away by a scattered mind. No, you're centered in purpose. You're navigating this play with a vision and with a purpose to evolve in consciousness, that you may be free, happy, loving, and joyous. You need the intellect. You need an intellect operating in higher consciousness. And you need the practice in daily life. So in this 40 days, every day we are going to give you a practice for your day that relates to the theme of your meditation. So that your entire day becomes a day of practice and a striving for higher awareness. So with this, we count down to the 40 days. Day one begins on Saturday. Our opening satsang is on Friday. I look forward to your participation with us. And those of you who are in Trinidad, we have space in the temple. Please come, we will observe the protocol. And very soon our website will be ready with all information. Very, very soon. So we look forward to your participation in these days. Have a blessed day, everyone. Let's look forward to a joyous 40 days. Namaskar.